short in the first and threw to left in the third.
Flew out to left field. And then how about Marshall?
Marshall singled in second. And he's the one batting on the 0-2 count.
Yeah. He singled, do you know where?
Left field.
Okay.
And then, so it's now Kurt Boyd.
He's the catcher now, right?
He's the DH. It was Will Kramer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Daddy.
Alright, what did he do this second?
Single to center.
And then now it's Enriquez.
Yeah.
After that. Is he replacing anyone?
Nope. He struck out Swain in the second.
And then we got Henry.
Yep. He's at third still.
Enriquez is at short, right?
Yes.
Jackson Marshall's at first.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Henry. Where is he playing?
He's at third.
Third base, right? And
He grounded the third in the second.
got it. And then we got
Mason Clark, catcher.
this is going into the one of the areas for the
Second still. Further batted.
Boyd is the designated hitter. This is Boyd was the catcher.
Yes, Boyd.
Oh, and what did he do?
Mason Clark?
Yeah.
He walked in the second.
And then Jackson Kramer.
Jackson Kramer is in right field. He struck out looking in the second.
Alright, now we got the Norwich lineup.
Alright, so Delway,
Yep, now we
threw to right in the first. Hit by a pitch and scored in the third.
yep.
And threw to right in the fourth.
We're out to right field in the fourth. And now we got Antonio Ducatelli.
Yep.
He's replacing
Alec Ward.
oh, and Noe's replacing May, right?
They, yep. So, Warden singled and scored in the first.
Single to where?
Mm-hmm.
Where did he single?
Single to right in the
Yep.
first.
Yep.
Struck out Swain in the third.
Yep.
Then you have Big Charlie Walsh.
1 second.
Alright.
I'm just writing who they replaced. Now we got Charlie Walsh.
Walsh had an RBI single to center in the first.
He was second base, right?
He's at second base. He started the game short.
Single to where?
Had an RBI single to center in the first.
Yep.
Struck out Sweeney in the third.
Got it. Now it's Gavin O'Brien. Is that where he was batting?
Yes, in right field.
Yep.
O'Brien singled to center in the first
Yep.
and walked in the third.
Yep. Now we got Toronto.
Grounded struck out looking in the second.
Struck out looking.
Struck out looking in the second.
Yeah.
And also struck out looking in the third.
Yeah.
Ninth. Al Chance, catcher.
Yeah.
He popped to short in the second.
Yeah.
And popped to second in the fourth.
In the fourth.
Yep.
And now we got Spencer Chard.
And then Chard. Is that Chard? Yeah.
Chard, yep.
And then he struck out swinging in the second.
Yep.
And grounded the third and the fourth.
Who was your guys' pitcher?
It was Evan Cornelius who started.
I'm going to bring Foxborough now.
Yeah, what's his line?
Evan Cornelius was 2 2/3,
Yep.
4 hits, 2 runs,
Yep.
2 walks, 4 strikeouts.
And then how about Rickard?
Rickard was not in the game. He's entering. Caleb
Foxborough, why
For who?
Caleb Allen came in.
please be a regular easy dismiss?
He pitched 1.1.
1 1/3, 0s across, and 1 strikeout.
Thank you.
You got it.
Alright, let's start the show. Give the fans what they want.
This is drilled out to left center field. This is going to fall down. Jack Sweeney rounds third. Scanlon goes first to third. Ringing RBI double, Joe Durso. Righty set up the belt. Now the delivery home. The curveball swung on and missed. Strike 3. 6 strikeouts tonight for Matt Wooten. The 0-2. This is lifted out to left field. Well struck on the run is Stern. He lays out. He makes a diving catch. That is in there, strike 3. Good throw down from Harchie. It is in time. Chance on the move. Now a high fly ball lifted out to left center field. Out by the wall. It is gone. C.J. Nolan clears the deck for the second time this summer. He wallops it out of the left center field wall. And Norwich strikes first. It's 2-0. It's 1-2. Baglino set up outside the pitch. In there. He struck him out. Gio lights it by him, back-to-back Ks. The 2-2. This is thrown to left field. It's going to win the ball game. Say goodnight to the Bees. Jaden Novak walks it off in the bottom of the 10th. Norwich Scenic Horn Baseball is on the air from Fitton Field. I'm Adam Plager bringing you coverage of Norwich Scenic Horns Futures League Baseball. Norwich with a come-from-behind effort in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Norwich now making up a suspended game from Wednesday, July 9th. The Scenic Horns had a 2-0 lead at the time of the delay. Jackson Marshall will come to bat. It's a no-ball, 2-strike count on the All-Star first baseman. Scenic Horns come up with the critical win. Norwich now 3 games below 500, 21 and 24 overall. Worcester, meanwhile, is still atop the Futures League standings, 34 and 13 overall. Norwich did not score a run in the ball game until the top of the 4th inning. Worcester opened the scoring in the bottom of the 1st inning. They took advantage of 4 walks issued from Scenic Horn starter Cooper Maher. Maher only was able to last 2 and a 3rd innings. He allowed 6 walks, just 2 hits, 2 earned runs. Norwich battled back, though, with a couple of runs in the 7th inning to complete the comeback effort. Jack Sweeney had 2 of the 4 hits for the Norwich offense. Worcester held to 2 runs on 5 hits. Tiernan Doyle, the player of the game for the Norwich Unicorns. He lasted an inning and 2/3 of scoreless baseball for Norwich. He entered in the bottom of the 3rd inning with 1 out and the bases loaded following the victory. Here's what the Unicorn reliever Tiernan Doyle had to say on a big win for Norwich in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Joined along the side, Norwich Unicorns reliever Tiernan Doyle. Norwich picks up a comeback win in Game 1, 3-2. Well, you entered in a big spot. Bases were loaded, just 1 out in that 3rd inning. Walk me through your approach.
I just wanted to come in there and pump strikes. Last time out wasn't my best. It was against the same team, so I wanted to get back at them and just put the team in a spot where we could compete for a win.
How important was that first out for you to take care of one of their all-stars to get that fly out into the outfield?
It was big. It was just attack, and then after that, I knew that we could come through in the end at some point if we could just stay in the game, and we ended up coming through at the end. I was very happy.
How about this offense to do what they did in that 7th inning against one of the best closers in this league to find a way to mount a comeback?
It was really big for the guys with the playoff ahead, and I'm happy we got it done, and those guys really showed out.
It seems like that win might be able to set the tone for this group going into the postseason.
Yeah, better watch out when the corns are hot.
All right, last one for you. You've come into some big spots out of the bullpen. How important was it you to just kind of settle in, maybe take that deep breath and build your confidence?
It's definitely a big part of it, just so you're not trying to do too much. If you can stay within yourself and just go out there and do your thing, that's how you get out.
Tuning in as always. Thanks for the time and best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
There's Tiernan Doyle. After the victory here in Game 1, Norwich takes down Worcester 3-2, the final score. Huge win for Norwich in the midst of a playoff race. Now 17 games remain. The hunt for the postseason continues for Norwich Unicorns, owning a record of 21 and 24. Well, look at the lineups here for Game 2 of this doubleheader from this suspended game Wednesday, July 9th. Plenty of lineup changes on both sides. Kenny Noe will now bat leadoff for the Unicorns. He will replace Caden Fay, who was the original leadoff hitter. Noe will play shortstop. Antonio Ducatelli will bat second as the designated hitter. He will come into the spot of Alec Warden. Charlie Walsh bats third. He's the second baseman. Gavin O'Brien bats cleanup. He's in right field. Anthony Tirado bats fifth. He's in center field. C.J. Nolan bats sixth. He's the third baseman. Ryan Thompson bats seventh. He's at first base. Cal Chance, the catcher, batting eighth. And the batting order rounded out by Spencer Chard. He's in left field. Frank Spirito will stay in the ball game. He will continue to pitch. 3 scoreless innings so far for him. He's in the midst of a no-ball, 2-strike count of the All-Star Jackson Marshall. A look at the lineup card for Luke Beckstein here in Game 2. Caleb Woodward will remain in the game. He will play in center field. Casey Wensley will bat second. He's at second base. He will come into the ball game as a replacement for the All-Star Ryan LeClaire. Nick Pappas will bat third. Second game he's playing in today. In left field, he will replace the All-Star Evan O'Rourke. Jackson Marshall has the cleanup duties. He bats fourth. At first base, Kurt Boyd, one of the newcomers, a catcher. He is the designated hitter in this ball game. He will take the spot of All-Star Will Kramer. Will snubbed a potential All-Star Game MVP honors. He set a new Futures League record for most RBI driven during an All-Star Game. 5 of those. He did it in just 5 innings of playing time Tuesday night at Polar Park. Jordan Enriquez bats 6th. He's the shortstop. Henry DiGiorgio bats 7th at third base. Mason Clark, the catcher, batting 8th, with Jackson Kramer batting 9th. That is the lineup card for Luke Beckstein. Steven Rickert will come into the game. He will pitch as a replacement for Caleb Allen, who just went 3 innings in Game 1 of this doubleheader. He's no longer available. Just about set for some baseball here from Fitton Field on the campus of Holy Cross. Jackson Marshall ready to step into the batter's box, and we are ready to go to complete a suspended game from Wednesday, July 9th. Unicorns taking the opener 3-2 comeback win. Norwich leading right now 2-0. At the time of the delay, it's Jackson Marshall to bat. The 0-2 home, fouled away, and the battle will continue. Marshall single to left field his first time up. That was back in the second inning. Marshall, the leadoff man, up here in this fourth inning. Frank Spirito ready to continue his outing fresh from the All-Star break. Another foul off. It's out of play. Marshall in game one of this doubleheader as the designated hitter was 0 for 2. He walked twice. Full count control for Spirito. He's ahead of Marshall. No balls, 2 strikes. Marshall sets at the belt, the 0-2. Another foul off, 3 in a row. Well, Jackson entered this plate appearance already behind in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Now he's forced to try and keep it going. Spirito has been lights out for Norwich. Just 1 earned run over his last 20 and 2/3 innings worked. He's a key piece to the Norwich rotation that's now going to be without the services of Luke Cardman. His summer has come to a close. He was an all-star for the Unicorns. He pitched a third of an inning on Tuesday night at Polar Park. The 1-2 is just outside, and the count is even. Spirito has made 5 starts this summer. He's in the midst of start number 6. And now he runs inside and he hits Marshall. He slams the bat away. So from an 0-2 count, Marshall works his way on, a hit by the pitch to begin the fourth. This will bring up Kurt Boyd to bat. Boyd replacing Will Kramer as the designated hitter. Will in this ball game single to center field his first time up. He was 3 for 4 at Polar Park Tuesday in the All-Star game. Very well could have been named the MVP of the ball game. What a night he had. 5 runs driven in. Tough guy to replace in a lineup. Kurt Boyd swings through, strike 2. Way ahead is the Yukon product, Frank Spirito, Bristol, Connecticut native. In fact, he lives on a farm. They raise chickens among other livestock. Marshall is going. The throw from Cal Chance, not in time. It bounces on the way to the shortstop, Noah. You look at the Norwich defense here. C.J. Nolan at third base. He's already swatted out a couple home runs here at Fitton Field. Kenny Noe, the shortstop. Charlie Walsh at second base with Ryan Thompson at first. Norwich outfield alignment from left to right. Spencer Chard in left field. Anthony Toronto up the middle in center field. And Gavin O'Brien in right field. Another foul off out of play. Boyd, a recent addition to the roster for Luke Beckstein. Boyd, rising sophomore at Franklin Pierce. He went around. Thought that was strike 3. It's just strike 2. Chance thought it was strike 3. First game of the summer for the Braintree, Massachusetts native. 6 feet 1 inch, 200 pounds. Out of Franklin Pierce, second summer for him in the Futures League. The 0-2 from Spirito. Upstairs, it misses. Man in scoring position is Marshall with the steal a second. Marshall with some surprising speed. That's just the first steal of the summer. Now a wave and a miss from Boyd. He strikes out, and Spirito has his first out secured in the fourth inning. This will bring up Henry DiGiorgio. Lefty bat with one down. Chance sets up outside. The righty to the plate is on the outside corner. It's strike 1. What's funny is the Unicorns were wearing their Navy uniforms on Wednesday, July 9th. Today they're in their gray traditional road uniforms. DiGiorgio lifts it to left field, Shard underneath it. He makes the grab, and there is how the inning will end. Some nice work from Frank Spirito, 4 scoreless innings, 2-0 Norwich on the Futures League Baseball Network, and listening live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
It's the Make This the Summer event going on now at Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich. Make this the summer that you try something new and fun. Make this the summer you say I do to a new vehicle that you can custom order online at falveys.com or stop into the dealership. Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich, just down the road from Mohegan Sun.
Falvey's, you're gonna love it.
Unicorn fans, want to watch the Unicorns like a VIP? Book a Dodd Stadium luxury suite, perfect for business outings, birthdays, or a night out with friends. Enjoy indoor and outdoor seating, a flat screen TV, your own private server, and the option to pre-order from our catering menu, all while catching every pitch in comfort. Order your luxury suite today for just $500 for up to 20 guests, or go big with a double suite for $900 and bring 40. Don't miss out. Call now, 860-887-7962, and reserve your suite today.
Is Jackson Kramer in right field?
What did you say?
Jackson Kramer's in right field?
Yep.
We took care of it.
Thank you.
He was probably off.
Headed to the top of the 5th inning here. 2-0 Norwich. Norwich with a run in the first, a run in the third in this ball game. Stephen Rickert is the new pitcher. He will come in replace of Caleb Allen. He goes an inning and a third. Doesn't allow any earned runs. He struck out a batter. No walks issued. So far this summer for the right-hander Rickert, the Eastern Connecticut State product, rising sophomore Williston, Vermont native, making his 11th appearance of the summer. 6.18 the ER. Ray, a 1-1 record. 16 innings worked, 17 strikeouts to the 5 walks. Crucial victory for Norwich earlier today. In game 1 of this doubleheader, it's Antonio Ducatelli to bat. He will hit in the spot of Alec Warden, who is the designated hitter. Warden finishes his day 1 for 2, a single to right. He also struck out swinging. A righty to the plate to the left-handed hitting Antonio Ducatelli. The Duke has made his return to the Rose City. First game back for Ducatelli since June 28th at Nashua. The 1-0 from Rickert. That's in there. It's on the outside corner. Strike one. Ducatelli was riding high. He had hits in 5 straight games to begin the summer. A .333 average. Open stance in the lefty box. Rickert's delivery home. Curveball just misses outside. It's 2-1. Ducatelli 6 for his first 18. He has a triple to his name as well. That came at home against the Lake Monsters. The 2-1. That's outside with a fastball. 3-1. Ducatelli, the batter, Levittown, New York native, Central Connecticut State product. Was a big part of the lineup for the Blue Devils. He was their number 7 hitter in that lineup. Primarily been in the cleanup spot for Norwich when he's played this summer. He's fouling away. Strike 2. Rickert has the count full. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bravehearts defensive alignment is Henry DiGiorgio at third base. Over at short is Jordan Enriquez. Casey Wensley at second. Jackson Marshall at first. Now a bouncing ball right back to the mound. It's snagged by Rickert. Underhand tosses to Marshall. 1 up, 1 down for Rickert here in the 5th.
Now batting the shortstop. Number 37, Charlie Walsh.
Charlie Walsh started the 7th inning rally for Norwich earlier today, a part of that comeback victory. Walsh in game 1 finished 1 for 3. He struck out. He also grounded out. Rickert misses with the ball 1 to the Unicorns' second baseman. Walsh continuing to hit well for the Unicorns. Lexington, Massachusetts native in the lefty side of the box. He looks outside at ball 2. Good fastball from Rickert. Set up outside is Mason Clark, the catcher. Further outside is Rickert with ball 3. Outfield alignment for Worcester. Nick Pappas in left field. Caleb Woodward in center field. And Jackson Kramer in right field. Pitcher, catcher, battery. Stephen Rickert tossing to Mason Clark. Hitters count, it's 3-0. See if Walsh is in take mode. Force Rickert into the zone, he is. And with strike 1 is the fastball on the outside corner. When this game was originally scheduled for Norwich on July 9th, Walsh entered that game with hits in 2 of his last 3. Today he sits now in 2 straight games. He works a 1-out walk here in the 5th inning. Here's the right fielder, Gavin O'Brien. Obi was in center field in the opener. Plus ground to cover as a right fielder. Not a lot of foul territory here in Worcester. Sunny skies, minimal cloud coverage. Beautiful day for baseball in the heart of the Commonwealth. Rickert misses upstairs. It's ball 1. Rickert has yet to throw a first pitch strike. Trying to take command of the strike zone. Worcester in their home white uniforms, the navy blue trim. Now the throw over to first bounces to Marshall. Walsh will stay put over at first base. Cal Dombrowski, the manager, is the third base coach. He's relaying the signs for his base runner, Charlie Walsh. He worked a 1-out walk here in the 5th. Rickert checks, and now the delivery home is roped down the third base line. It's a fair ball. Extra bases on the way for O'Brien. Heading to third is Walsh, and the Unicorns have runners at second and third. Gavin O'Brien pokes it down the left field line, and Norwich in business here in the 5th. Another great swing from Gavin O'Brien. He continues to hit well in the month of July, and the Unicorns threatening to add on. Here's Anthony Tirado. Tirado is yet to be retired today. He's been hit by a pitch. He's also singled to left field. Infield defense all the way in for the Bravehearts. Rickert's first delivery home is cranked foul down the right field side. It was hammered by Tirado, but a little ahead of Rickert's delivery home. Gold batting gloves for Tirado. In the lefty box, second-year man out of UMass Amherst. Infield defense stays in. There's ball 1. It bounces down low to Kurt Boyd. Boyd was a part of the Road Warriors roster in 2024, a 109 hitter for him. He was 5 for 46. The 2-1. That's in there. Kurt Boyd making his first appearance of the summer for the Bravehearts. Boyd appeared in 17 games for the Road Warriors last summer. He cracked a homer. He had 6 RBIs. He sets up outside. 2-2 on Toronto. Rickards' delivery home is way outside for ball 3. Fastball missing, now in danger of walking the bases loaded. A walk and a double to left has set the stage for Anthony Toronto. The count is full. It's 3-2. Righty on lefty matchup with one out here in the Norwich 5th. The righty kicks and deals home and misses inside for ball 4. Second walk issued here in the 5th from Rickard, and Norwich has the bases loaded with one out and a chance for C.J. Nolan. Nolan was not in the lineup in the opener of this doubleheader. C.J. hitting right at the Mendoza line, a 200 average. 23rd game of the summer for him, but C.J.'s enjoyed his time here in Worcester. 2 homers for him against Bravehearts pitching. And a bases loaded opportunity. Nolan lines it. It's over the head of the shortstop Enriquez into center field. Norwich will play station to station, and CJ stays red hot here in Worcester. Norwich adds on. They lead 3-0. What a swing there from C.J. Nolan. He drives it back up the middle. Rickard with some troubles here in the 5th inning, and Norwich really forcing him to work here. It's Ryan Thompson's turn. On the first pitch he sees, he skies a fly ball in the air to right field. Jackson Kramer makes the grab. O'Brien tags. He will score from third. Sacrifice fly, Ryan Thompson. And Norwich has a 4-0 lead. Two down, a chance now for the catcher, Cal Chance. Cal has really come on for Norwich as of late. He's had some success against the Bravehearts. He had a 3-hit game Friday, July 18th. On the move is Nolan. He'll go cruising into second. Catcher's indifference there from Mason Clark. Wanted to make sure Toronto didn't think about trying to come home. Large lead for CJ. He's the runner at second. His base hit into center field has made it 3-0. Thompson with the sac fly to right. That's where we stand. 4-0 here in the 5th. 2-run inning. Rickard trying to battle his way out of it. Toronto at third, Nolan at second. It's 2-0 on the Norwich catcher. Chance looks at the fastball. It shots the outside corner. Chance has hits in each of his last 2 games. He'll pick his batting average up to 278. He's 4 for his last 7. White hot right now is Chance before the All-Star break. Now a bouncing ball to short. Enriquez on a high hop. He snaps it across the diamond in time. The inning is over. Norwich strikes twice. They add on. It's 4-0 Norwich. The bottom of the 5th is next on the Futures League Baseball Network and listening live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
Hey, Unicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Unicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base. Show your Unicorn spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod. Stop by during any home game or shop anytime at cunicorns.milbstore.com. That's cunicorns.milbstore.com. The point-of-sale team store has you covered all season long. Head to the home half of the 5th inning. Norwich with a couple more runs in the top of the inning. And the Unicorns have a 4-0 lead. Run support for Frank Spirito. fans. Big family fun awaits at the Dinosaur Place. It's the largest dinosaur park in New England, located on Route 85 in Montville, Connecticut. Right on the way to the shore. Come face to face with roaring replicas, explore the trails, and make unforgettable memories. Visit thedinosaurplace.com to plan your trip today. The Dinosaur Place, a fun spot. You got to check it out. Get your tickets now. Visit thedinosaurplace.com to learn more. So many cool things. They got a dinosaur band. They're playing live music there now at the Dinosaur Place. A lot of great additions being made to the park. 65 acres of land it covers.
Leading off for your Worcester Bravehearts, the catcher, number 11.
Here's the catcher, Mason Clark. He'll lead it off. Clark walked his first time up today. That was back in the second inning against Frank Spirito. Right, he kicks and deals some. He sizzles the fastball just outside for ball one. Clark was not playing in the opener of this doubleheader. Now he skies a high pop-up in the air. Struggling to find it is Thompson. It's going to be the second baseman, Walsh, to make the grab. One down. Good read there for Charlie Walsh off the bat. In the territory of the first baseman, Ryan Thompson, but he immediately shielded his eyes. He signaled that he had no idea where the high pop-up was, and Walsh recognized it, and Spirito, as the leadoff man, retired to start the fifth. Here's the right fielder, Jackson Kramer. He's the brother of Will Kramer. Will playing for Team Great Britain right now. A highly touted prospect headed to Pepperdine. Kramer will be a rising senior when he returns to school out of Richmond. He swings through strike one. Spirito has the count even. Kramer, a native of New Hope, Pennsylvania. 6 feet 2 inches, 205 pounds is the righty batter. He's the right fielder. Spirito sets at the belt. Working from the stretch, he comes to the plate. That's in there. Strike two. A knee-high strike. Kramer has also pitched this summer. That was against the Vermont Lake Monsters. As a batter, Kramer is 178, but Spirito sends him packing with a strikeout. Two down here to start the fifth inning. Here's the leadoff man, Caleb Woodward. Woodward's 1 for 2. He struck out. He's also singled to center field. Woodward earlier today was 0 for 3. He also drew a walk. Woodward looks at ball one. This is a key out you have to get if you're Spirito. Plenty of speed for Woodward. Now he sends a fly ball in the air out to straightaway center field. Backing up is Toronto. He makes the grab, and the inning is over. Spirito retires the Bravehearts in order here in the fifth. 4-0 Norwich. The sixth is next on the Futures League Baseball Network and listening live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah. 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
Sixth inning we go here in Worcester. 4-0 Norwich. Bravehearts have made a call to the bullpen for the all-star reliever Josh Fisher. Fisher made his way into the all-star game thanks to the fan vote. Rickart's day is done. He goes just 1 inning out of the Bravehearts bullpen. He surrenders 2 runs on a couple of hits. He also walked a man as well. It's Josh Fisher's turn. A look at the numbers for the Southpaw Fisher, a 1-1 record, 4.26 the ERA. Over 12 2/3 innings work, 22 strikeouts to the 3 walks. Incredible strikeout to walk ratio numbers for the lefty Fisher. 5 feet 9 inches, 200 pounds. The Hopkinton, Massachusetts native out of Wheaton College in Massachusetts. Plenty of Wheaton Lions on the roster for Luke Beckstein here in 2025. In the All-Star game, Fisher worked a scoreless inning with a couple of strikeouts. Check that, a scoreless 2/3 of an inning. He struck out both batters he faced with some nasty breaking pitches. He had tremendous stuff in his arsenal. He's behind the ball and no strikes on the number 9 hitter, Spencer Chard. Southern Connecticut State product Chard against Wheaton Lion. Josh Fisher, he pounds the fastball outside. It's 2-0. Chard has struck out. He's also grounded out to third. Chard has played around the diamond here this summer for the Sea Unicorns. He's played some infield. He's played some outfield as well, and now he swings through the outside pitch for strike 1. Chard, a 189 hitter so far, 7 for his first 37. 15th game of the summer. He's played some shortstop. He's played some left field. He's back in left field. The 2-1. Oh, wave and a miss for strike 2. Chard is just 1 for his last 12 at the plate. Trying to break out of a mini slump. The 2-2 home. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Another wipeout pitch there for Josh Fisher. He sends Chard packing, and the leadoff man retired to start the Norwich 6th. Here's the Unicorn leadoff man, Kenny Noe. Noe comes into the game as a replacement for Caden Fay. The UPenn product is no longer with the group. So Noe back in there for the second game here today. Noe in the opener of this doubleheader was 0 for 3. He grounded out to first. He struck out. He also flied to center. The 0-1. An awkward check swing. And it looked like Noe got a piece of it. He fouls it away. There's just one umpire in the field right now, Matthew Gattain, trying to rehydrate. Hot summer day here. This matinee game, now a bouncing ball. It's on the backhand of Henriquez. It eats him up. It's through into center field. We'll see how they score this one. It was a hard hit baseball. They'll give a base hit to Kenny Noe. It was rocketed to the backhand side of Henriquez. He was handcuffed on the play. Hard hit ball for Kenny Noe, and the Sea Unicorns have a 1-out base runner. Not much Henriquez could do. A good sound off the bat. Noe's really been swinging it well lately for Norwich. It's in 8 of his last 9 games. Ducatelli waves and misses at strike 1 from Fisher. Lefty-lefty matchup here. It's Antonio Ducatelli, the batter at the plate. First game back for the Duke. Riding a 5-game hitting streak before his earlier injury. Ducatelli in the spot of Alec Warden. Aboard at first is Noe. Second summer in Norwich for the Duke. The 2-1 delivery. That's upstairs. It goes all the way to the backstop. Cruising into second goes Noe. And the Unicorns have a man in scoring position. At Central Connecticut State this past season, Ducatelli was a .348 hitter for the Blue Devils. He smacked 4 homers, drove in 48 runs. 25 runs scored, just staggering numbers for himself. Was named an All-Northeast Conference second-team honoree. Earned all-conference awards in the tournament as well. In the New England Conference tournament, Central Connecticut outlasted the LIU Sharks. It went down to a pivotal Game 3 in that battle. Central Connecticut made it to an NCAA regional before their season came to a close. Losing to North Carolina, they met with Auburn as well. 2 top-end nationally ranked programs in the country. It's a hitter's count for Ducatelli. Lefty sets up. Now the pitch home. A swing and a miss at the fastball. Fisher lines up on the third base side of the rubber. He's wearing the high socks with the neon green trim on the socks. He comes set to the belt. Runner in scoring position is Noe. The 3-2 pitch misses. I'll check that. It's rung up for strike 3. Ducatelli couldn't believe it. And it's a knee-high strike. That's where you got to put him against that man at the plate. And Ducatelli is kind of looking. 2 down here in the Norwich 6th inning. Couple of strikeouts here for Fisher. Now a chance for the second baseman, Charlie Walsh. He delivered an RBI single to open the scoring for Norwich in the first inning. Now he's ducking out of the way at the head-high fastball. He's also struck out and walked. 1 for 3 so far in the line for Walsh. Lexington, Massachusetts native. Another lefty matchup here for Fisher. He deals on the outside corner, strike 1. Walsh out of George Washington University. Enjoyed living in D.C. The 1-1 home from Fisher. Now he started to go. He delays his steal. It's fouled away for strike 2. Walsh, as a high schooler, was a shortstop at Belmont Hill School. He's since transitioned to second base. He was named to the A-10's all-rookie team. He played in 48 games as a starter. He appeared in 51. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Fisher sets at the belt. On 1-2 home, it is on the line. It's through into left field. The green light ahead for Kenny Noe. It's an RBI base hit. Charlie Walsh, a 2-out, 2-strike single. And Norwich capitalizes here in the 6th inning. The lead is 5-0. Another inside-out swing from Charlie Walsh, who continues to stay red hot at the plate. Norwich trying to break the game open against the Worcester bullpen. Here's a chance now for Gavin O'Brien. Obi doubled to left field last inning. He looks at the outside corner, strike 1. Obi's 2 for 3 today. He's single to center. He's also drawn a walk. Aboard at first is Walsh. He had an RBI single into left field. Couple hard hit balls this inning for Norwich against Fisher. Now this is flipped through into right field. 3rd hit of the inning for Norwich. Some more 2-out thunder. This time it's Gavin O'Brien. Well, the bats wake up. This is a hard team to stop offensively. And the Unicorns finding some lightning in the bottle. It's the middle of the order doing the damage. Fisher trying to find an escape route here in the 6th inning. Unicorns have scored in the 5th. They've also scored another here in the 6th. Toronto, it's a bouncing ball, chopped to second. Collected there by Wensley. He slings it to first. The inning is over. but not before the Scenic Horns add on. They lead it 5-0, headed to the bottom of the 6th on the Futures League Baseball Network and listening live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
Top, that's 1, not 2 or 3. This real life, baby, don't make believe. I just make it look easy like ABC. I'm on it 24/7, 25/8. I just pick up the pace and I violate. I eat it all up like a dinner plate. I been on the move like I'm running late. Left, right, left, let's go. I'm unstoppable. I got money flowing in case you didn't know. They used to doubt me, now I got them like wow. Making boss moves, I've been on a roll. I'm blowing up, gotta put them on hold. I am the bag, that's what I've been told. I keep my cool under pressure like a boss. I'm all in, it don't matter what it costs. All I do is win and look good from the top. I am unstoppable. I am unstoppable.
Frank Spirito back out for his 6th inning of work. He's been lights out so far for the Scenic Horns. 5 scoreless innings. This would be his longest outing of the summer, albeit this is a way different situation. Pitch count way down here today, but his pitch count overall in this ball game, that's what makes it so interesting, is that this game began July 9th, but because it was suspended, this really plays into the favor of Frank Spirito to really continue to work. He's ahead now, 0-2 of Wensley, who's come into the ball game for the All-Star Ryan LeClaire. LeClaire in his 2 turns to the plate, fly to left. He also popped out to short. The 0-2 home bounces downstairs. Spirito in this ball game officially is ready to make his 71st pitch. That is upstairs for ball 2. Good fastball there for Spirito. Fastball, slider, change mix for him. The Yukon Husky. The ERA was 13.5 for him over 4 2/3 innings as a freshman. Wensley checks his swing. He went around. He's rung up for strike 3. Spirito punches out the leadoff man. There's 2, 3, and 4 due up this inning for Worcester. This will bring up the left fielder, Nick Pappas. Pappas batting in the spot of the All-Star Evan O'Rourke. O'Rourke had an incredible summer for the Bravehearts. Before his departure after the All-Star break, Spirito's outside with a fastball, ball 1. Pappas played in game 1 of this doubleheader. He was out there in right field. Now it's a bouncing ball to third. CJ has it. He's not going to have any play. It's going to be an error on the Norwich third baseman. Had a hard time transferring it, and now a 1-out base runner for the Bravehearts. Pappas aboard. Pappas earlier today in his season debut was 1 for 2. He also drew a walk. Now he's aboard on a error committed by the Scenic Horns third baseman. Here's the first baseman, Jackson Marshall. Jackson was hit by a pitch. When we resume this game, he's also singled to left field. 1-0. That's inside. It's 2-0. Marshall, a native of Hooksett, New Hampshire. Make his way to Storrs in the fall, transferring from Southern New Hampshire. He was incredible as a penman in his one season. Marshall's father played basketball at Assumption. An athletic family are the Marshalls. Jackson was a two-sport athlete at Pinkerton High School. He's looking at strike one. It was at the top of the zone. As a basketball player, Marshall was Mr. New Hampshire basketball, first team All-State. He was the player of the year for both his baseball and basketball teams. An incredible athlete. Is the All-Star first baseman. Count is full. Spirito battling here in the 6th inning. Aboard at first is Wensley. He reached on the air. 5-0 Norwich. We play into the top of the 6th inning. Spirito sets at the belt. The 3-2 home is cut on and fouled away. Wensley had a massive jump off the first base bag. He could have walked into second. Marshall made some contact. That'll return Wensley back to first. Marshall is a freshman, finished with a .337 average. 56 runs driven in. He slugged .647. Eye-popping numbers for the big man at the plate, 6 feet 8 inches. Wensley on the move, and Marshall fouls it away again. Spirito thinks about throwing over here. It's all between the communication between his catcher, Cal Chance. Thompson holding on the base runner, Wensley. Another full count pitch waiting. Spirito comes to the plate. Wensley breaks for second. He will be able to jog over there. Marshall works a one-out walk. And the Bravehearts have a couple men on here in the home 6th, trying to battle their way back. Scenic Horns with a run in the 1st and the 3rd. 2 in the 5th. 1 more in the 6th. Here's the designated hitter, Kurt Boyd. Fastball is upstairs. It's ball 1. Boyd was kind of looking his first time up the 1-0. He saws it away foul. Good spot there for Frank Spirito, jamming Boyd inside. It's an even count. Runners at first and second. Fastball's up and away for ball 2. Boyd was a regular in the lineup for Brendan Morrissey in the Road Warriors last summer. The 2-1. That just misses outside. The Road Warriors played a condensed schedule. In that 62-game season, they played just 28 games. Boyd appeared in 17 of those. Now a sophomore at Franklin Pierce, the 3-1. Cut on and missed. He goes after the fastball. It was a fastball count. Now Spirito has the count full. Still options 3-2. Not so many 3-1. Runners at first and second. Marshall on at first. Wensley on at second. Chance sets up outside. Now the full count delivery home. High and tight. Back-to-back walks issued by Spirito. And the Bravehearts have loaded the bases with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Well, you see the way Spirito really loads up his back leg. But a couple overthrown fastballs were just nowhere near the zone. And Cal Chance is going to pay a visit. And now the Scenic Horns are going to get some movement going in their bullpen. Spirito is relatively fresh. He's pitched 2 innings so far, just his 3rd inning of the day. And this ball game officially it's into the 6th inning, and Spirito is at now 88 pitches. Table set for Jordan Enriquez, the Worcester shortstop. Enriquez, a highly touted shortstop in the state of Massachusetts, number 1 overall shortstop, ranked by Perfect Game. number 3 overall in the state of, in the region. His national ranking for shortstops is 94th. Enriquez headed to the University of Dayton. He hits a soft fly ball into center field. Tirado charges in. He makes the grab, 2 down. Pretty incredible to be the 3rd best player in a state. That's the honors Enriquez has before he makes his way to Dayton. But Spirito flies him out to center field. Key second out the Unicorns have. This will bring up the 3rd baseman, Henry DiGiorgio. DiGiorgio in his 2nd summer in Worcester. Last summer, the Northeastern product was a .264 hitter. DiGiorgio in the lefty box. Runner still at first and second, but now 2 outs. Spirito out of the zone with ball 1. Check that bases are loaded for the Bravehearts. The pitch. Fly ball lifted in the air to left field. That's playable out there. Chard makes the grab. The inning is over. Worcester strands the bases loaded. To the 7th we go. 5-0 Norwich on the Futures League Baseball Network. And listening live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Buy better. Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
The Burns Agency is a full-service organization with insurance products ranging from business owner policy needs to personal insurance like home, auto, and umbrella. Some companies can make that a one-stop shop. That's why we value partnering with insurance companies like Arbella Insurance. Like us, they offer a range of insurance coverage for our valued clients. Having your most valuable assets covered by a single insurance carrier, serviced by a local agent, is priceless. The Burns Agency proudly partners with Arbella to bring you insurance coverage at competitive pricing. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Better. Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
Dinosaurs are alive in 25 years and roaring strong. The Dinosaur Place is the largest dinosaur-themed family fun park in New England. A lot of value for one-of-a-kind attractions. Over 100 life-size dinosaurs, nature trails, and playscapes. Visit our popular T-Rex Tower and zero-depth dino-themed splash pad. A perfect day trip or staycation right here in Connecticut. Route 85 Montville with easy access off Interstate 395 and 95. Plan your next adventure. Go to thedinosaurplace.com.
We head to the top of the 7th inning. It's 5-0 Norwich on the Futures League Baseball Network. Glad you're with us on YouTube as well. SNSN Sports. Special guest joining us, the general manager of the Worcester Bravehearts, Donnie Porcaro. Well, Donnie, what a week it's been for you. The All-Star Game festivities in the heart of the Commonwealth, Polar Park. What a special couple of days that was.
It's really been awesome. I'm really excited to go home and sleep tonight, I'll tell you that. But it was a really cool event. It was the Home Run Derby was awesome, having it here at Fitton Field, and then the festivities of the All-Star Game at Polar Park between the Shrewsbury Legion game that started the day off and then the All-Star Game at 7:30. It was a really special event. I thought that the feedback that we received was it was Bravehearts energy at Polar Park, which is exactly what we wanted to do. We wanted to bring the energy of a Bravehearts game to a bigger environment as Polar Park is. And I think it was really cool for the players, too. They got that professional feel to it. They get to see not only their name on a Jumbotron or a scoreboard, but they get to see the headshot. They get to see their average and things like that. I thought that was a pretty cool aspect to it as well.
Well, a great representation for the Bravehearts. 15 representatives in the All-Star Game. They really showed out well. Jackson, check that. Will Kramer, one of your own guys, set a new Futures League record, 5 runs driven in. I mean, he was such a special player this summer.
Yeah, and I think that goes for a lot of players with the Bravehearts this year. I think they're having a lot of fun. I think that Alex Dion, our director of player personnel, has really done a good job of building this roster out, and I think Luke's done an even better job of coaching them. I think that that's a big part of what our success has went into. Luke is someone that loves to steal bases. As you mentioned earlier in the first broadcast, over 120 stolen bases, I believe, this year. A team that likes to steal bases likes to hit a lot of home runs. So that makes my job, someone who runs the entertainment, a little bit easier, being able to, provide entertaining baseball, and then everything we can do beyond that is just kind of the cherry on top. So it's been a really fun year to watch these guys compete, and, this has been one of my favorite teams probably since I've started working here, not only just because of the on-the-field talent, but because of what they've done off the field in the community. It seems like it's a very easy group to ask to do something, whether it's an on-field promotion or whether it's something in the community, a free clinic or something. It seems like they're very willing to do that, so that always helps it as well.
Well, Paul McCarthy is working well right now to start the 7th inning. The first 2 men retired. They're great with the fans as well. It was camp day earlier today. What a great showing, over 3,000 strong here at Fitton Field. They brought the energy at 10:30 this morning.
Yeah, that's what kids will do. They'll bring you the energy, and they'll certainly wake you up. That's one of the things that with the Bravehearts, these games are so cool to do. 4 of them now this year. We originally started off only doing 2, and we've now grown it to 4 10:30 in the morning games. And every single one of them this year has sold out, which is a real testament to our staff, but also a testament to, what the Bravehearts bring with that energy and with that early morning games, having both the teachers during early on parts of the year, and now the counselors with summer camp wanting them to come back year in and year out. Although it may not seem organized from our staff's perspective, seeing the back end of everything, it's a very organized system that we bring, and it's something that the counselors, the camp directors, everything like that tends to enjoy, and obviously the kids love it too.
It seems like the Bravehearts are all over the community. Worcester's become a great sports town. The relationship you guys have with the Worcester Railers, and now a connection with the Worcester Red Sox. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think the connections within the community are special, especially with all the other teams in the league. We've had a relationship with the Railers since day one when they came in 2015. They actually announced their mascot here at Fitton Field in 2015. So that was a cool part of kind of the Railers' development into the community. And one thing about Worcester, I think, is the other sports teams also do a lot in the community. The Worcester Railers, for multiple years, have won community awards throughout the ECHL and really diving into the community as well. So it's kind of a good thing, because at one point, something like that, competition, everyone wants to kind of compete in a sense to win the hearts of Worcester, and I think everyone does a very good job in that to make sure that the community is really well represented in the city.
Well, Paul McCarthy, make sure it's a 1-2-3 7th inning. Headed to the bottom of the 7th. It's stretch time here in Worcester, 5-0 Norwich on the Futures League Baseball Network, and listening live on YouTube on SNSN Sports. $100 to sing Sweet Caroline? How much would someone have to pay for that?
Sweet Caroline? We actually haven't been asked that yet, but I would say on a Tuesday, someone buys $300 worth of tickets, I'll let them sing it.
There we go.
So
the players would start laughing.
Honestly,
that's what they need.
Yeah. We need a wake-up call. Below the game in the 9th or the 7th inning, the first game, down 5-0.
Yeah.
What the hell's wrong with these guys?
They're still sleeping on camp day.
Yeah, honestly, I don't blame them. They had a long weekend.
Well, you guys had almost half the roster playing.
Seriously, these guys don't get an off day. And everyone decided to go to the home run derby, so.
Oh, that's right.
The only off day was yesterday.
Yeah.
I gotta get in a quick ad read.
Who's up? Mason Clark. Thank you.
Leading off for your Bravehearts, the catcher.
Frank Spirito back out to work the 7th inning. Just don't check the box score if you're a UConn coach. He's nearing 100 pitches in this game overall, but we started this game July 9th. He's not even eclipsed 35 pitches. Everything is going to be all right. Spirito back out there. Norwich in control. It's 5-0. We're still speaking with the general manager of the Worcester Bravehearts, Donnie Porcaro. One more half inning here. I mean, what a season it's been for Worcester baseball. 34 wins already, and then you get to cap it off with the All-Star game at Polar Park. Johnny Damon was there as well. He had a lot to say to the fans.
Yeah, he definitely did have a lot to say to the fans. Johnny was awesome. You know, he signed every autograph in the ballpark the entire night, and one of the things that was really special to kind of, again, bring that extra feel to the Bravehearts is we had a season ticket holder and host family event, so they got priority access to meet Johnny during the pregame ceremonies, which was really cool. So all of our season ticket holders, host families, got a chance to kind of meet with him, talk to him, take a picture with him in the 2004 World Series trophy, and then we opened it up to the public after the first pitch. So, and Johnny was generous enough to stick around for pretty much almost a full hour to sign autographs for everyone else. So almost everyone in the stadium did get to meet Johnny Damon and kind of take home, a conversation from one of the guys that broke the curse of the Bambino, which was always cool. So I think it was really cool to have him there. We work with Polar Beverages, which is the exclusive soft drink provider for the Bravehearts, to sell the drink that he actually founded, A-Game, which is our energy drink that we serve at the ballpark, our hydration drink. So it's been cool to kind of collaborate with him, not only on just like a, hey, we're going to pay you to come out and sign a few autographs, but also collaborate with him on something that's a little bit bigger than baseball and more kind of in the business end of things.
Yeah, it certainly was awesome to see him there, and the fans enjoyed having him be a part of it. He threw out the first pitch. Spirito checks in on the base runner, Mason Clark, working a leadoff walk. We're underway, home half of the 7th inning. I mean, for you, what was your favorite moment of the All-Star game? I don't know how you can pick one. There were so many great parts of it.
It's definitely tough to pick. There was a lot of cool moments, but I think, one thing that kind of stood out to me was after the second inning, we did a promotion, and, the first couple innings of promotions focused on the Bravehearts, and then we kind of got a chance to have everyone else do their promotions. And so once I knew that the Bravehearts promotions were done, that was kind of my way of saying, okay, I can breathe now. We did everything with the All-Star game. The game's underway. The home run derby happened. And now it's just kind of, hang out with the rest of the league, watch all the other promotions throughout the league, and watch the rest of the league get showcased. So kind of after that second inning, once the Bravehearts promotions came in, that's when I kind of sat back and I said, you know what, this is now a really cool experience. I can see the rest of the league get showcased. I can see the Norwich pillow fight. I can see the Nashua Silver Knights, Love Is Gone dance, and I can really just kind of take in the All-Star game by watching everyone else kind of showcase what they can do around the league.
You got to have that game feature on Nesson as well. What was it like to be able to partner with the Worcester Red Sox in that way and have their staff and their crew be a big part of it?
Yeah, I think Nesson holds a big place in my heart. That was the first, with the Futures League in 2020, when we actually had that season, that was the first year that the Futures League was on Nesson. I actually had the opportunity to be the play-by-play broadcaster for those games. And so that was when I had just graduated college in 2020, and as the rest of the world kind of went, there wasn't many opportunities available. So the fact that the Futures League presented me with that opportunity, I've always kind of held the Nesson partnership as kind of my baby within the Futures League, and I've always been, the last 5 years or so, I've been lucky enough to work with Commissioner Joe Palucci to kind of get those Nesson games off the ground, and I think that's really cool for me because I was someone that benefited from that, and now it's kind of passed down to be to give other people an opportunity to benefit from that.
Woodward, it's a bouncing ball to second, and there's the second out in the inning after a strikeout there of Jackson Kramer. Spirito rolling here, 6 2/3 of scoreless baseball, trying to make his way through this 7th inning. Also a pretty special anthem singer, longtime anthem singer of the Boston Bruins. Tell us a little bit about having that be a part of it.
Yeah, Todd Angeli was awesome. He was such a good guy. He was hanging out with a lot of different people in the Futures League hospitality area, so you get a little bit more than that. It's not just him singing the national anthem, it's him hanging out with the fans and hanging out with different people, talking a little bit about, things more than just Futures League baseball. And one thing about Todd that's really funny is he knows a lot of guys in central Massachusetts. I mean, the story behind Todd Angeli is he was really just a bartender that became the next national anthem singer for the Bruins, but he was someone that was literally a bartender at TD Garden. and then just kind of worked his way into being the national anthem singer. So he's actually a really, he doesn't come from this big celebrity background, so he knows a lot of people in the area, which is cool. You can have a normal conversation with him, and it's not like you're talking to someone where it's just glamour and riches and things like that. You're talking to someone, and you may have a mutual connection when you're talking to him. So it was really enjoyable having him be a part of the show as well.
Yeah, he did a great job. He set the tone for the Futures League All-Star Game. Spirito spots it on the outside corner. Pinch hitter batting in the spot of Casey Wensley. It's A.J. Ham. So a chance for Wensley to get off his feet. He played in the opener of this doubleheader. Spirito looking to make it 7 innings strong here in this outing against the Bravehearts. The 2-2 coming home is lifted in the air to center field. This should get him out of it. Toronto on the run in the right center field alley. He makes the grab. The inning is over. Donnie, thanks so much for coming on, talking a little bit about the All-Star Game. Worcester baseball, always so much fun.
Thanks, Adam. I appreciate it.
The 8th inning is next when we return on the Futures League Baseball Network and listening live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
It's the Make This the Summer event going on now at Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich. Make this the summer that you try something new and fun. Make this the summer you say I do to a new vehicle that you can custom order online at falveys.com or stop into the dealership. Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich, just down the road from Mohegan Sun.
Falvey's, you're gonna love it.
Unicorn fans, want to watch the Unicorns like a VIP? Book a Dodd Stadium luxury suite, perfect for business outings, birthdays, or a night out with friends. Enjoy indoor and outdoor seating, a flat screen TV, your own private server, and the option to pre-order from our catering menu, all while catching every pitch in comfort. Order your luxury suite today for just $500 for up to 20 guests, or go big with a double suite for $900 and bring 40. Don't miss out. Call now, 860-887-7962 and reserve your suite today.
Sure, yeah.
Playing second base for the Bravehearts. Number 16, A.J. Ham. Who's number 30?
You are the announcer, Cole Hambley.
And now playing first base for the Bravehearts. Number 30, Cole Hambley.
Rodney is so much more on top of it than I am.
You want to hang this back out to
Yes, I will do that. I'm pretty.
Oh, sorry.
A bit behind the. Yeah. Don't want to get caught on your phone either.
You got it?
Defensive changes being made by the Bravehearts. We're into the top of the 8th inning. The new first baseman is Cole Hambley. He will take the spot of Jackson Marshall. And A.J. Ham will remain in the game. He will play second base. 5-0 Norwich. A big game for Norwich to spot into the win columns. The Unicorns need all the wins they can get in the thick of a playoff race with the Silver Knights and the Bees. Chard leads it off. It's 9-1-2 due up for the Unicorns. Paul McCarthy still on the rubber for Worcester after working a scoreless 7th inning. He is in the zone with strike one. Chard so far today has struck out twice. He's also grounded out to third. Norwich, the nice lead. Spirito has gone 7 innings so far, and now Chard swings through strike two. A change in pace there for Paul McCarthy. Even record of 4.06 ERA, 5th game of the summer. He's worked 15 2/3 of an inning, 4 strikeouts to 3 walks. The 1-2 home, just outside. The count is even. McCarthy last pitched against Norwich on July 18th. He went 3 2/3 of an inning, allowed an earned run on 2 hits. He struck out a man. Even count on Spencer Chard. The 2-2 home. That is in the air. It is slicing foul down the first base side. Hambley watches it sink into the seats. Great crowd earlier today, over 3,000 strong on camp day. Norwich with a come-from-behind effort in the 7th inning. This will be a complete 9-inning game for the suspended game July 9th. Norwich with some Key Insurance runs as Chard swings through strike 3. Tough day at the plate for Spencer Chard. He's been punched out 3 times. And the leadoff man retired in the Norwich 8th. Fans, Strain Family Motors. It's not a car. It's not a motorcycle. It's a slingshot. Rent one from Strain Family Motors in Lisbon. Get that wind in your hair sensation when you rent a slingshot from Strain Family Motors. SFMslingshots.com. It's leadoff man Kenny Noe at the plate. Leadoff man retired here in the Norwich 8th inning. 5-0 for the visitors. Noe singled into center field his last time up. The 0-1. That's in the zone on the outside corner, a knee-high strike. McCarthy with the hunched over look. Ball dangles from his right arm. Now he brings it set. The 0-2. Chopper to second. Ham has it on a high hop. To first he goes. 2 up, 2 down. Fans dine in on Mondays for Breakfast with Ben. We say hello to you tuning in from Westerly, Rhode Island. And 321 Media Group when Ben Barber and I talk the latest Norwich Scenicorns every Monday at 9:30 in the morning. Here's the designated hitter, Antonio Ducatelli. He was kind of looking his last time up. He's also grounded out to the mound. A 5-game hitting streak hanging in the balance. This, all likely, is his final plate appearance. He taps it away foul for strike 2. On 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Second time today, Ducatelli's been punched out. A scoreless 8th inning for McCarthy. 2 shutout innings for the Braveheart reliever. 5-0 Norwich. The bottom of the 8th is next on the Futures League Baseball Network and listening live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
Hey, Scenicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Scenicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base. Show your Scenicorn spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod. Stop by during any home game or shop anytime at cunicorns.milbstore.com. That's cunicorns.milbstore.com. The point-of-sale team store has you covered all season long. Unicorns in control as we head into the home half of the 8th inning. 5-0 Norwich. Frank Spirito ready to go. He'll be greeted by the left fielder Nick Pappas. Fans, Jewett City Savings Bank is your hometown bank for over 125 years. Start a new account at jcsbank.com or come into one of our convenient offices and find out why we are your community bank. Chasing the high fastball is Pappas. Spirito beats him for strike 1. Have to like the rhythm Frank is in so far. Frank the Tank, another great outing for him. The 0-1. Off the end of the bat, he pops it up in foul ground. This is going to go off the dirt, the warning track there, and bounce into the bleachers. Strike 2. Just getting a piece of it is Pappas. So far today, he's reached on an air in this ball game. In the opener earlier today in his Bravehearts season debut, he was 1 for 3 with a base hit into left field. Pitchers count control for Spirito. He's ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. The righty kicks and deals, another foul off the end of the bat. Pappas just trying to play catch with the bat here and keep the battle alive with Frank Spirito, who has been cruising here today. Norwich picked him up with some early run support. Now that handcuffs chance, it's downstairs for ball 1. On 1 and 2, this is roped foul. Watch out. Friendly fire by the Bravehearts dugout. Jackson Marshall says, "Why are you hitting it to me? That's a foul ball." A 1-2 count here on Nick Pappas. Marshall having a friendly conversation with some of the fans in attendance. Now this is cranked out to left field. It is foul. Nick Pappas turned on the inside hanging breaking ball and he launched it, but unfortunately for him, it was in foul ground. That might have been out towards the highway out there. Still a pitcher's count. Chance sets up outside. The 1-2 is inside for ball 2. Pappas out of Bentley University. Even count, the 2-2 home. This is back up the middle, a base hit. Nick Pappas aboard, a leadoff single. He wins the battle with Spirito. And the Bravehearts have a runner on to start the 8th. Well, earlier was a 2-strike approach for Pappas. He drove it way foul down the left field side. And then he straightens it out, and he goes back up the middle on Spirito. 4th hit of the ball game for the Bravehearts. First hit since the 3rd inning. That's falls in and able to take care of the lead runner. Out there is Gavin O'Brien, a heads-up play on a softly hit fly ball into right field. O'Brien gathered it on a hop. The base runner, Pappas, was forced to hold. So Hambly reaches on the fielder's choice. Interesting one. 9-6 on the fielder's choice. Leading runner retired. Here's the catcher, Kurt Boyd. Upstairs with ball 1 is Spirito. No real imminent movement in the Scenic Horns bullpen down the right field side. McCarthy's been dealing 2 shutout innings for him. Now this gets away from Chance. This will skip all the way to the backstop. Now into scoring position goes Hambly. The lineup changes for Worcester include Cole Hambly replaces Jackson Marshall and A.J. Ham. So it's a different looking right side of the infield. With the score where it is, Spirito kicks, he deals home. Now he's high and tight with ball 3. Just nowhere near the zone in this at-bat is Frank Spirito. Trying to hold the Worcester offense at bay. Spirito has issued 4 walks. He's got 6 strikeouts. Now make it 5. A walk here, a 1-out walk issued to Kurt Boyd. And the Bravehearts have runners at first and second with 1 out for the shortstop, Jordan Enriquez. Enriquez so far today has fly to center field. He's also struck out twice. Off the end of the bat, he swats it away foul for strike 1. The count is even. Enriquez, a graduate from the Lawrence Academy, played his travel ball with Squad 1 scout team. 6 feet, 175 pounds. Light blue armband on his right arm in the righty box. He looks at the fastball. It's upstairs. Enriquez also pitched as a high schooler. He could get it up to 88 on his fastball. He's a commit to Dayton as an infielder. He's the number 1 ranked shortstop in the state of Massachusetts, number 3rd overall ranked player in the state. He's battling now. It's 2-2. Couple runners on for Worcester. That's Boyd at first and Hambley over at second. Now a foul off back to the screen. Enriquez battling with Spirito. There's a couple other baseball players who have the same name as Jordan. There's a Jordan Enriquez with the Complex League affiliate of the Chicago Cubs. No relation to one another. And rung up on strike 3 is this Jordan Enriquez. Not happy with the call. Spirito caught the inside corner. Now 2 outs. 7 strikeout of the ball game for Frank. This will bring up the third baseman, Henry DeGiorgio. DeGiorgio so far is 0 for 3. He's fly to left his last 2 times. He sends another to left field. Chart on the run, a long run over. It falls in. It's a foul ball. Chart had to go a long, long way to get to it. If that was a fair ball, that easily could have cleared the bases. Worcester looking for some life to get their game going offensively. Spirito, meanwhile, trying to make it 8 shutout today. Norwich has a man loosening in the bullpen down the right field side. It's a right-hander. This could be Frank's last batter today. The 0-1. This is well struck to first on a couple bounces. Thompson has it. He wins the race to the first base bag. 8 shutout innings for Frank Spirito. And the Unicorns in front comfortably, 5-0. We're headed to the 9th on the Futures League Baseball Network and listening live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah, 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
Fans, it's lunch with the Unicorns every Monday at noon, live from SNSN Studios in Jewett City. We chat the latest updates with the Norwich Unicorns live on YouTube on SNSN Sports every Monday at noon. You don't want to miss it. We're into the 9th inning, 5-0 Norwich, but it's been a nice outing out of the bullpen for Paul McCarthy. 2 shutout innings, trying to keep the Unicorns at bay here in the 9th. Leadoff man up, due up for the Unicorns is the second baseman, Charlie Walsh. Walsh has really had a sweet swing for himself since he's come to the Rose City. A big part of this offense. He's a key piece of the middle infield. We'll try and start it out middle of the order for Norwich in the 9th inning, and a wave and a miss at the slider from Charlie Walsh. The 0-1 home. That's in there on the outside corner, a bottom shelf strike. Walsh singled his last time to the plate. He had a clutch single in the 7th inning of game 1 earlier today. He reaches out and fouls away, strike 2. Walsh has hits in 4 of his last 5 games. In protection mode, the 0-2 from McCarthy's up and away for ball 1. During this stretch, Walsh hitting his 4 for his last 15. Trying to find a groove. He's starting to find that pattern for himself. Another foul ball. This is into the parking lot down the third base side. Infield is emptied out for game 2. We had camp day earlier. Over 3,000 in attendance. McCarthy sets at the belt. Now the 2-strike delivery home is cut on and missed for strike 3. McCarthy punches out the dangerous Charlie Walsh. Here's the cleanup man, Gavin O'Brien.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 43, Gavin O'Brien.
Third strikeout. Check that, 4 strikeouts now for McCarthy. So O'Brien to bat here with 1 down in the Norwich 9th. He looks at ball 1. It's just upstairs, belt high. Obi is not been retired yet. He's walked. He also has a couple singles and a double. Really turned it on against the Worcester pitching staff. He's backed up now with ball 2. When the Bravehearts come to the plate in the bottom of the 9th inning, it'll be 8-9 and 1 due up. See if Spirito will be allowed to continue his outing. O'Brien swings through, strike 1. Another games scheduled here today. The Lake Monsters and Silver Knights will play later. This is going to fall in. A nice day continues at the plate for Gavin O'Brien. A 4-hit ball game. And the Sea Unicorns have a 1-out base runner. Another great swing there from Gavin O'Brien to the opposite field. He dumps it in. Here's the center fielder, Anthony Tirado. Tirado singled back in the 3rd. Now he grounds it through the right side of the infield, a base hit. A weird alignment for the Worcester defense with the man on, and the Scenic Horns go station to station. 2 on with 1 out. A chance here for the third baseman, C.J. Nolan. Never want to face C.J., but you never want to face him with runners on at this ballpark. He has crushed Worcester pitching here. As confident as they come in the heart of the Commonwealth. The high socks for C.J. Sacred Heart product. Meanwhile, a conversation on the mound between McCarthy and Mason Clark. Unicorns trying to spot 2 into the win column. Get back to 2 games below 500. The Bees and the Starfires will play at 6:30 local time from Bullens Field. Ball 1 misses outside. The Lake Monsters and Silver Knights teams passing by one another. They are going in opposite directions right now. Vermont has won 6 in a row. They'll meet with the Silver Knights. They've dropped their last 6 straight. That game will take place at Holman Stadium, 6 p.m. first pitch. The 1-0. Foul off, and swinging out of his shoes was Nolan. He was trying to leave the zip code. He popped the batting helmet off. That's how violent that swing was. He can get a hold of one. He can really send it a long way. Right there, he just pulled his head out of it, and he came up with just a piece. The even count, a couple men on. First real threat against McCarthy today. Another foul off from CJ. Again, it tips off that batting helmet of his with how hard he swings. CJ had a run-scoring single to center field in the 5th inning. That helped stretch the Norwich lead out. Couple men on. O'Brien, the runner at second. Tirado at first. The 1-2 home from the righty. Bouncing ball, it is foul, third base side. Norwich had a man up and loosening in their bullpen. Nothing happening right now, but we'll see if Frank will take the mound in the 9th or if the Scenic Horns will make a pitching change. Scenic Horns have a doubleheader slated for Sunday against the Starfires. The 1-2 to Nolan's outside for ball 2. 1 o'clock first pitch on Sunday afternoon. Game 2 is scheduled to begin around 4 p.m. Norwich back at home tomorrow against Nashua. Pivotal game tomorrow with playoff implications riding on it. Nolan started to go. He held up. He's run the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. CJ out of Coventry, Connecticut. 5 extra base hits this summer. 2 for homers, 3 doubles. The hit could mean a run. Carthy's worked 2 scoreless innings to this point. Some danger here in the 9th. And now he'll step off the rubber. Full count, it's 3-2. McCarthy ready. The pitch home is popped up. It's foul and out of play. CJ at Sacred Heart as a freshman appeared in 19 games for the Pioneers. 11 starts, was a .238 hitter. Home run, 5 runs driven in. Full count battle for the Norwich third baseman. On 3-2, the righty to the plate. This is jammed over to the second baseman. Ham has it. He steps on the second base bag. An inning-ending double play. The bottom of the 9th is headed your way when we return. 5-0 Norwich.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes. Especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
I'm at the top, that's 1, not 2 or 3. This real life, baby, don't make believe. I just make it look easy like ABC. I'm on it 24/7, 25/8. I just pick up the pace and I violate. I eat it all up like a dinner plate. I been on the move like I'm running late. Left, right, left, let's go. I'm unstoppable. I got money flowing in case you didn't know. They used to doubt me, now I got them like wow. Making boss moves, I've been on a roll. I'm blowing up, gotta put them on hold. I am the bag, that's what I've been told. I keep my cool under pressure like a boss. I'm all in, it don't matter what it costs. All I do is win and look good from the top. Let's go. I am unstoppable. Okay. I am unstoppable.
Sean Connolly.
No pitcher for Norwich. Number 16, Sean Connolly.
There you go. He appreciates it.
Sean Connolly into the game for Norwich, trying to wrap up a successful Thursday in the heart of the Commonwealth. Scenic Horns with a come-from-behind effort in the opener. A 7th inning rally. Sean Connolly trying to wrap things up. The Stonehill commit will be greeted by the bottom of the Worcester order 8, 9, and 1 for the Bravehearts in the 9th inning. Connolly has been lights out for Norwich as of late, but has run into a rocky road over his last couple of outings. He was been asked to go at least 2 innings in each of his last 5 appearances. Always tough to go multiple innings. Those second innings have really ate him up. He's allowed 3 earned runs in the second inning of those outings. When he's been asked to just go 1 inning, he has been nearly perfect this summer for Norwich. 1-0 to Clark. That's up and away for ball 2. Connolly suffered the loss on Sunday against the Bravehearts, an extra innings loss against Worcester. He worked 2 innings, allowed 2 earned runs on 1 hit. No walks, no strikeouts. Behind Clark, 2-0. Now a foul off back to the screen. Connolly enters with the ERA posted at 5.78, 14th game of the summer. 18 2/3 of an inning worked, 15 strikeouts to 7 walks. Prior to his outing on Sunday, Connolly allowed just 1 earned run over his last 12 innings. Trying to take care of the bottom of the Worcester lineup here in the 9th inning and cap off a successful Thursday before Norwich comes back to the Rose City tomorrow night. Hitters count the 3-1. Now wave and a miss. Tardy to the fastball is Clark for strike 2. Mason so far today is 0 for 1. He's walked twice. He's popped out to second base, his only official at-bat. He's walked in the 7th. He also walked in the 2nd. The 3-2. That's in there on the outside corner. A borderline call. Connolly gets it and rung up on strike 3 is Clark. 1 down in the 9th.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 9, Jackson Kramer.
So we'll bring up the right fielder, Jackson Kramer. Kramer out of the University of Richmond. Kramer also pitches there. He's primarily played in the field in Worcester this summer. Connolly misses with ball 1. Now he's ready to go from the first base side of the mound. He's upstairs for ball 2. Kramer, a transfer from Wake Forest to the University of Richmond. He did not appear in any games as a freshman at Wake Forest. Connolly ready on a 1-0 to the plate. A swing and a miss for strike 1. Top of the order waits on deck. It would be Caleb Woodward's turn to bat. Tough day for Kramer. He's struck out in each of his 3 at-bats. The 2-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Tardy to the party has been Kramer on the Connolly fastball. At Richmond this past season at the plate, he was a .500 hitter in just 2 plate appearances. The 2-2. That just missed for ball 3. He also pitched for Richmond and finished with a 8.44 ERA. Full count on the Worcester right fielder. Connolly's way upstairs for ball 4. And he loses Kramer. It's a 1-out walk. And the Bravehearts have a runner on.
From Stonehill, number 25, Jamison.
So Jamison Howland will grab a bat and hit in the spot of Caleb Woodward. We saw Howland playing the opener of this doubleheader. He was in left field. Woodward finishes this ball game with the 1-for-4 line. He struck out, single to center, fly to center, and also grounded out his last time up in the 7th inning. Howland earlier today was 2-for-3 with a bunt single and an RBI base hit into left field. Connolly ahead, the 0-1 home. Grounder to short. No, he has it to Walsh for 1. The throw to first is in time. It ends the ball game, a 6-4-3 double play. Say goodnight to the Bravehearts. Norwich comes in and they sweep them here on Camp Day. And the Scenic Corns now 22 and 24 on the summer. Crucial doubleheader sweep for Norwich. They start out the post-All-Star break on the right note. A couple of critical wins. Frank Spirito, he goes 8 innings of shutout baseball. Sean Connolly seals the deal. Stick with us. The Capital Property Group postgame show is headed your way next.
It's the Make This the Summer event going on now at Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich. Make this the summer that you try something new and fun. Make this the summer you say I do to a new vehicle that you can custom order online at falveys.com or stop into the dealership. Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich, just down the road from Mohegan Sun.
Falvey's, you're gonna love it.
Scenicorn fans, want to watch the Scenicorns like a VIP? Book a Dodd Stadium luxury suite, perfect for business outings, birthdays, or a night out with friends. Enjoy indoor and outdoor seating, a flat screen TV, your own private server, and the option to pre-order from our catering menu, all while catching every pitch in comfort. Order your luxury suite today for just $500 for up to 20 guests, or go big with a double suite for $900 and bring 40. Don't miss out. Call now, 860-887-7962, and reserve your suite today. A successful doubleheader for the Scenicorns as we welcome you in to the Capital Property Group postgame show. Frank Spirito, the Capital Property Group player of the game, he goes 8 shutout innings for Norwich. Crucial victory. Norwich picks up wins number 21 and 22 of the summer as they start the post-All-Star break schedule with a couple of wins. Look at the final numbers here today. Norwich wins it, 5 runs on 11 hits. They made 1 error. Bravehearts fall, no runs on 4 hits. A rare occasion when the Worcester offense is shut out the way it was today. A credit to Frank Spirito to come back into an outing that he originally began July 9th. And the beat goes on for the Yukon Husky. Another incredible performance for him. Final numbers for Spirito. 8 innings, allowed 4 hits, 9 strikeouts, 5 walks issued. He was incredible here this afternoon. Sean Connolly seals the deal. He works a scoreless 9th inning. He struck out a batter and then was helped by his middle infielders, turning a game-ending 6-4-3 double play. On the other side, the loss to Evan Cornelius. He goes 2 2/3 of an inning, allowed 2 earned runs. He walked 2, he struck out 4. No save needed here today. Norwich wins it. Final score is 5-0. Frank Spirito, your player of the game. Norwich with a run in the first inning, a run in the third, and then they started the party here today right where they left off after the game was suspended. 2 in the 5th, 1 more in the 6th, and the Scenicorns get the job done. 5 runs on 11 hits. Braveheart offense held to just 4 hits here this afternoon. Now look at the updated Futures League standings as Norwich deposits a couple of wins into the win column here today. Norwich finds themselves in third place now in the Futures League standings. Silver Knights in third place there, 22 and 25. Norwich a half-game advantage over Nashua, who will play later on today against the Vermont Lake Monsters. Scenic Horns starting to trend up the Futures League standings, looking to continue to play some winning baseball here as they close out the month of July into their postseason push in the month of August. Final numbers here today. Scenic Horns will go home winners on a Thursday afternoon. Norwich gets it done early here today. It was camp day at Fitton Field. Time of the ball game, just 1 hour and 44 minutes. Nice day at the plate offensively. Gavin O'Brien, he had a three. Check that. Obi finishes with a 4-hit day, a monster day for him at the plate. He was 4 for 4, 3 singles and a double. He really led the way for the Norwich offense. But how about Frank Spirito? 8 innings here in this ball game. Does not allow any earned runs. Shutout work for the Yukon Husky. 9 strikeouts and 5 walks issued here today. Norwich wins it. Final score, a shutout victory over the Bravehearts. 5-0 over Worcester. Norwich back at Dodd Stadium tomorrow night. They meet with the Nashua Silver Knights. First pitch coming your way, 6:30 Eastern Time. The pregame show gets underway at 6:10 local time. It's the Scenic Horns and the Silver Knights. Norwich back at home. And then we'll hit the road on Saturday. They'll head to the Beehive, a crucial game on Saturday. And then the Scenic Horns and Starfires have double duty on Sunday. A doubleheader beginning at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. Norwich wins it 5-0 over first place Worcester. Wins number 21 and 22 of the summer. For everyone with the Norwich Scenic Horns and SNSN Sports, I'm Adam Plager saying have a great rest of your Thursday. We'll talk to you tomorrow night.